Hello StarCraft fans, this is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. This is a game between Railgan and Multi on Ulrena. This is a GM level PvZ to make up for the fact that I'm casting a best of 5 TvZ this week. And just to make sure that Protoss isn't underrepresented, here is a Protoss game. In the top left side of the map, we have a Zerg red player named Railgan. And in the bottom left side of the map, we have a blue Protoss player who is going by Multi. I think I've cast a game between these two players before. Oh, actually using an extractor trick there was Railgan. So, yes, it was a really hard-fought match. I'm not going to say who won. I need to go back and find that. Maybe link it up here in the top right so we can watch that one again and relive the experience. But yes, a ZVP on Ulrena usually goes for some crazy disruptor plays. A lot of some chokes that Zerg players have to go through. Purification Novas are excellent in these particular locations. Also, these rocks to get knocked down. Again, another place to throw down those Novas. Just kind of a tight map overall. Railgun's going to go ahead and block this Nexus, though. It's a Nexus first from Multi. Are you crazy? You out of your mind? Railgun is blocking it to the best of his ability. He would have won that fight, actually. Nicely done, indeed. He's going to try to kill that probe and allow the Nexus to come up. So there's the Nexus. I don't think he's going to be able to do it, though. These probes will sit. Yeah, Railgun says, nah. Not really worth the risk. I'm going to head back home, make sure this Nexus comes up. And yeah, it's actually a gateway here now. So I believe that was going to be a Nexus first, but Railgun forced it into a gateway expand and 3 hatching here before Extractor, before Pool himself. Railgun feeling cheeky in this latter game. Alrighty then. Overlord scouting on in, seeing what he is dealing with. And what is he dealing with? He does see the gateway, nicely scouted. He does see the double assimilator. Nicely scouted too, so I really can't overemphasize how important it is to scout in StarCraft 2. If you know what your opponent's doing, it's so much easier to win games, rather than you're just playing in the dark, playing completely blind, and suddenly your enemy shows up with units you weren't expecting and you're dead. It's not a good feeling. Don't do that. Scout. Be like Railgun. Multi, on the other hand, feels no need to scout whatsoever. Spawning pool and extractor there. Railgun ready to go with that gas immediately. He really wants to get that gas out as soon as he can. Second hatch is up. Third hatch about 65-70% complete. Overlord not really worried about dying to anything because the cybernetics core is not finished yet. That's definitely not a stalker of this building. It is definitely a zealot, and a zealot on the way. Yeah, I don't know why Multi is worried about super aggression here. I guess, obviously, the answer is because there's no scouting at all on Multi's part, so might as well play it safe in case there are Lings coming. However, I've always said Zealots are only good against Lings if they can hold a line, right? Like this Zealot, maybe not the greatest thing. Ling run-bys can happen. The Zealot will chase them all day long. Move speed of 3.15, not as fast as a Ling for sure, but again, no real need for this thing. Scouting with a probe sure would cost you mining time, but you'd know I don't need a Zealot. I don't really need to wall off here that much because Lings are not on the menu. There are 8 Lings in production. So here they come now, but again, this Zealot was out a long time ago. And I'm not even sure if Railgun's going to be all that aggressive with these. Stargate on the way for Multi. I'm not sure if Multi is going to go for an Oracle or perhaps Phoenix play. We have seen Phoenix play have some success in this matchup lately on my channel. Ling comes down, slow Ling takes that Zell like a watchtower. Speed is about 50% complete, and it is an Oracle on the way for Multi. So slow Lings, again, the worst units in the game. Going to try to swing on down here and see what they can see. Overlord trying to scout in, but that Stalker denying the scout very well. Photon Overcharge, killing a couple Lings, and it is 50. So this is on the latest patch. Photon Overcharge is 50, Adepts do 22 damage versus Light. Those are the big changes, and honestly, they don't really affect ZVP that much except for this Photon Overcharge difference. Which basically means, I mean, I'm kind of oversimplifying it, but it means a fully charged Mothership Core with full energy cannot Photon Overcharge 8 pylons anymore, it's only 4. So those situations can be useful. Queens stabbing away at these Oracles, trying to kill them. Spore Crawler here too, very nice. Very nice with the Spore Crawlers, ready to go. Oracle got nothing done. Again, it was a little bit late, I want to say, at the 4-minute mark here, but Railgun was ready for it, had a Spore Crawler up. Again, you can kind of go blind Spore Crawler. I say this all the time, but that's because it's so true. Blind Spore Crawler in ZVP means you don't have to worry about Oracles, you don't have to worry about Phoenix, you don't have to worry about DTs. Oracle takes out its frustrations on a passing Zergling. Murders the Zergling holding that Zone watchtower. His friends show up and say, hey, where'd Bob go? You guys see Bob? Bob? Maybe he fell off the cliff. Doesn't look like there's much of a safety rail here, does there? Surprising that doesn't happen more often. Oracle get another kill? No, just taking shots. Nope, did get 2 kills. Might have killed a drone down here, I don't know. But super low on energy. Double Oracle. Multi doubling down. Gonna kill all these lings, which is kind of useful. It means you actually have map control at some point. More spore crawlers coming up. Evolution chamber. Double evolution chamber. Oracles can't, again, 2 spore crawlers and a queen. Probably enough to deal with these guys, especially considering this oracle is so low on health. And here it comes. No, Oracle's trying to find an area in which to go, and the answer is there's not really a good one. What the Tempest Rush? I gotta pay more attention down here. There's a Tempest Rush, ladies and gentlemen. The Oracles were just a ruse. It's actually a Tempest attack from Multi. What can deal with this from Railgan? I'm gonna say nothing. Nothing really can. There goes the Hydra Den. Eventually that will be useful. And again, Tempests do not do extra damage against workers. 30 damage is not enough to actually single shot a drone. Queen desperately trying to kill this thing, but no, the Oracles come in and they do get the Queen instead. More Queens trying to come in and deal with this, and they do snipe off. No, yeah, they get one of the Oracles. The other one in danger here too, but the Tempest continuing to kill stuff. Still didn't have a single kill. There it is. Now up to 1. Has killed a Queen. Hydra Den has now finished. Spire on the way. Railgun not actually making any Hydras, but the Lings making sure there's not a 3rd base, and there's not. This is a nice wall, though. No way Lings are getting through that. There are now 2 Tempest on the field. They can now one-shot Lings between them, which is okay, I guess. Still not making Hydras. I don't know what the intent is there. Lings just kind of dancing back and forth, trying to do what they can. Holding the line is Mr. Zealot and these cannons, as well as Photon Overcharge. I think this is basically a 2-base all-in for Multi. He can't really take a 3rd base this way. Map control generally is held by Railgun here. Another Queen dies. Holy smokes, this Tempest Rush is insane. Alright, Hydras from the top side. Spore Crawlers and Queens and everything else coming around, trying to kill a single Tempest if they can, and they do manage to snipe down 1 Tempest. I'm a liar. It escapes with 4 hit points to the dead airspace to kill more stuff. Revelation being thrown down so that our Protoss player can see what's going on with these Hydras. Spore Crawler is not enough in range to actually hit those Tempests either. The Tempest count getting a little bit scary, up to 6. 6 Tempests here. What do you do if you're a Railgun? I honestly think I would just Baneling Bust this door. Just come up, Baneling Bust it, kill it with Lings, base race. You would win that for sure. Tempests do not kill things that quickly. And trying to kill it with the Hydras. Can they snipe down one of these Tempests? No. Good micro from Multi, keeping the Tempest out of range of those Hydras. He needs Corruptors. That's what he needs. He does have a Spire. Make Corruptor, Railgun. If you're trying to deal with these things, I think Corruptor might be the way to go. Alright, so again, the damage taken by Railgun is not super insane. 13 workers, 3 Queens, a Spore Crawler. He's not actually dying here, but it just kind of feels like he is, I guess. Alright, Ling's checking to make sure there's still not a 3rd base. Still no 3rd, but oh my gosh, sneaky gold from Multi. What? Multi, you are a crazy son of a gun. Goodbye, drone. Super overkill on that drone, but that's a-okay. Ling's still continuing to run around. Taking a 4th base is Railgun because, hey, might as well. Alright, now Corruptor's on the way. 5 Corruptors coming up for Railgun, trying to kill drones from a distance. The attack speed is also the thing here. It's 2.36, which is just insanely slow. Did they get rid of a Tempest? Yes, 1 Tempest has been killed. Lings, scout. Do your scouting thing. Go see if there is another 3rd base. You know the Protoss player is not going to stick on 2 forever, especially with you pinned inside. Go do some scouting. Not going to do some scouting. Oracle trying to kill some more stuff, taking shots instead. Revelation tossed down. So here comes Hydra Corruptor. A pretty good composition against these Tempests. And they're going for the lair now. They're just straight up trying to kill this lair. Again, look at how slow this DPS is, though. Blah, blah. Another 10%. Blah, blah. Another 10%. Maybe 15%. Alright, no 3rd base here. Railgun, scout around the other bases. You can do it. Oh my gosh, so low. 9 hit points on that lair. Alright, they did kill a Tempest. They forced them back. Whoa, those shots traveled far. Goodbye, lair. Thank you for playing. Alright, Multi instead decides not to do that. Corruptors, are they going to kill another one? Yes, another Tempest falls. I mean, it's just going to be a dance here, I guess. Until there are enough corruptors to actually kill this group entirely, I don't know what Rail can do. Is he still going to leave the lair alone? Did you think you killed the lair, Multi? Because you didn't. You absolutely did not kill that. Corruptors come flying in. One corruptor dies, but they take a Tempest for their trouble. One Tempest for one corruptor is probably a fair trade. 2 to 1 is probably fair too. Just continuing with 2 port Tempest production is Multi. And it's actually working. This gold base is extraordinarily useful. And there goes the lair. Finally die. Should have died about 20 minutes ago, it feels like, but no. Just 10 minutes into the game. Tempest Ball currently at 10. Getting upgrades for these guys too? Not really. No upgrade. Just continuing with Tempest. And full evacuation. All the drones should probably come over here and start mining. And they are. Ling, Corruptor, Hydra. And just coming a little bit too close here, I think. Taking some Hydra shots. Taking some Corruptor shots. And a Tempest is going to die. Yes. Tempest does die. I think Railgan just going for it now. Another Tempest dies. Extra damage versus massive here. 22 damage versus massive from these Corruptors. And their attack speed is a little bit faster there too. So whittling down this Tempest count just a little bit. Some pretty good stutter step micro. Trying to take down yet another Tempest, and they do. They get one. All right, Tempest count slowly whittling down. But look at this, a Zealot counterattack from Multi. Oh no, Railgan. Wait, what the heck, Zealots? What are you doing? There we go. The Zealots now turn around, and the probes are forced to retreat. Zealots trying to kill this, but a whole flood of Lings comes from Nowheresville. Should they actually save this hatchery? Yes, they are able to save the hatchery. All the Zealots are completely cleaned up. And the Tempests go back to work. Actually, in range of a Spore Crawler, they're trying to kill the Spire. One more volley should be able to do it, but no. Once again, Multi has shown a penchant for leaving buildings with not very many hit points. Zealots holding the line. This is such an extreme example of this. The Lings with +1, +1, +1. Zealots with no upgrades. Lings actually do pretty good in this situation. Corruptors trying to take down more and more of these Tempests. Doing okay with it, focusing down one at a time. They did lose a Corruptor there. It's going to be super duper close. The Lings finally get through. They're checking for a third base. Go over here, Railgun. Do it. Do it for me. Corruptors. Can they get one more Tempest? I think that might be the maximum they can do. And they do. And an Oracle? No. Only 3 though. 3 versus 3. I'm not sure that's a fair fight at all. But this base is up and running. Railgun doesn't even bother replanting this base. He's going to lose his spawning pool if he's not careful. So big Ling Hydra Corruptor army. It's 123 to 91 total supply. Multi trying to make Oracle work, but I just don't know that Oracle can work in this situation. But hey, at the GM level, he is holding his own. He's keeping Railgun stuck. He is sneaking a gold base, which is helping him immensely. If he didn't have this, he'd be up a creek without a paddle. And continuing with Oracle production. 3 at a time now. 3 port Oracle. That's probably not going to be a meta anytime soon. Not be in the meta, but you know, it could. That'd be fun. Alright, the Lings do start checking around to see what they can see. Tempest still trying to snipe down things. Are they finally going to get the Spire? No, they still don't get the Spire. 9 hit points on that thing. Corruptor Ball looking scary. Tempest dies. Zealot attack on this hatchery. Going to force a cancel for sure. Corruptor is taking that last group of Tempest down. Maybe. I think they have enough to do it. I think they have enough. +1 flyer attack too is not hurting at all. The Zealots do get cleaned up, but they did actually kill the hatch. And the Lings finally find this base. Whole ton of Zealots show up to try to save it though. Upgrades again. +1/+1 for the Lings might be enough to handle this, especially if they kill the Zealots before they warp in, as the warp in is slow because that pilot is not touching a gateway or a nexus. And here it is. Zealots trying to hold the line. Corruptors chasing every single Tempest down. All the Tempests are dying. Still continuing with Tempest though. Multi refusing to die. Refusing here. And are the Zealots cleaned up? Kind of. Yes. The final Zealot does fall. And now the Lings are free to kill the simulators and Nexus and probes. And now Multi is in a lot of trouble. Essentially on one mining base is down 70 to 33 harvesters. That Tempest count that was so big earlier is now only 2. And we might see a GG at any moment here from Multi. So many bases available for Railgun. Again, 69, 70 workers is nothing to sneeze at. Tempest are trying to do this thing, but when it's 7 Corruptors versus 2 Tempest, and there are upgrades on the Corruptors, it's not going to work out for you, Tempest. But guess what? A buddy's coming, and another buddy's coming. Hey, hey. Alright, Corruptor Ball, what you got in you? They are flying. And they're going to pick off one lone Tempest all by his poor lonesome. And these Tempests are on, actually not out in the air. Hydras can assist with this. They're trying to stutter step backward, and that's it. Multi with a rage quit. Railgan victorious, and Multi has left the game. That was crazy. I mean, honestly, if somebody told me that somebody's going to port Tempest in PvZ, I'd say the Protoss was going to lose in like 5 minutes. There's no way that would work, but he walled off. He had some cannons. He kind of stuck here on 2 bases. He got a good Tempest count up, killed a lair. Did manage to finally kill that Spire. He killed 21 drones in the grand scheme of things and 33 Corruptors. It's just, it wasn't enough. Once he lost this base, he was kind of stuck and starving on 2 bases and was forced to tap out. So, well done to Railgan, not crumbling under the pressure there. I think I would have panicked in that situation. And well done to Multi for trying a new strategy on the GM ladder. Congratulations to him. So, that's it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter and Facebook, both at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.